I put you in the homes guide. What are these numbers exactly? National Association of Realtors says about 88% of the people go to the internet to search their house. And real estate agents and brokers got real excited when they heard 88% of people go to the internet, because that means we don't have to do nothing but put it on the internet. What they're not telling you is 38% of the people actually found their house from the book. They have to get to the internet somehow. And I think that 88% is a little wrong, because 40-something% of the people found their house through their realtor. And their realtor took them to the MLS, which is an internet-based service. So they thought they were on the internet, but they were really on the MLS with a realtor. So I think that's actually higher. I think people call it the internet when it's really other things that get them. When they go to the book, they're going to probably go to the internet too. So a lot of agents took this 88% go to the internet and stopped and did not finish reading the results and quit advertising in the book. I think that they're being short-sighted, and if I'm the last guy remaining in the book, I'll be the last guy remaining in the book. Here's what you get if you don't have me. We're going to go over some ways that what you get if you don't have me. Buyers tell me they do not care what we look like. They want to see the house. So if they're not advertising your house, they're just advertising themselves. They're taking your commission to market themselves and not market your house. That ain't right. So I take the commission that you're going to pay and I market your house. A lot of agents use black and white photographs, which are hard to read. My eyes are 48 years old. I can't read them. They're doing really teeny tiny photographs. This agent did teeny tiny photographs and spent less money because it was black and white and it was short, but it was ineffective. Some agents want to say this lovely 3-bedroom, 2-bath house is built on a permanent foundation in such a great neighborhood with a cul-de-sac lot. They all sound the same. The problem with that is you can't see the house. It's going to drive them to look at it online. Buyers tell me if it looks like that, if it's a small photo, if it's got a lot of words, they just skip it. So what I try to do is, I love color. I do a full color photo of your house. Only the very important things that are buyer qualifiers. I do the price. I organize mine by price so that all the $250,000 price range people are going to be about the same. My hopes is that the $250,000 buyer will see he's got all of them. I'll just call him. That's how I organize my price. I put the MLS number so they can quickly find it online. I put the address. I put the school district because that's important. I put how many bedrooms and bathrooms. Anything else special about it. And I list the square footage. I'm the only agent that talks about square footage. Every buyer I've ever talked to talks about square footage. That's my marketing. I hope you can see I try to go above and beyond what anybody else does. Any questions regarding my marketing at this? Once we're under contract, so that's my marketing. Once we're under contract, I pull all the pieces together to make sure that we have a successful closing. Anything can go wrong, especially in today's market. So I try to stay ahead of the ball game. I know what's going on, and if I do see a problem, I try to solve that problem or find somebody who can solve that problem for us. I let you know what's going on, but I take care of it. So marketing is my job. Condition we've already gone through, and I'm going to go over it with you again. Price is your job. Here's what I've learned over the past, it's been 5, 6, it's been how many years? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? It's been 4 years since we've been going through hell. Pricing is the most important thing. I want your business, and I want you to want me to do your business. But here's what I got to tell you. If you ain't got to sell, today's the wrong day. If you do got to sell, you're going to have to price it right or it ain't going to sell. So we got some choices. If you don't need to sell, really want to sell, that ain't the right day. Wait. if you decide that you ain't gonna wait no matter what, I would appreciate you hiring me instead of somebody else. But if you do want to sell, you're gonna have to price it right. And then I'm gonna give you an economics lesson. You didn't have me in your house for that, but we're gonna do it anyway if you'll let me. Here's how the housing market works. There used to be 4 months of inventory on the market at any given time. And houses were coming and going the whole time. There was 4 months inventory, so I have one set of inventory, 4 months. It's going to take 4 months to get rid of all this inventory. And then when that inventory goes away, a new set comes up, and it's priced approximately 1% higher than all that sold the last 4 months. When this all starts getting sold off, all the new starts coming up again, and it goes up 1%, and so on and so on. Because 4 months, 3 sets equals 12 months, or 1 year. That's why houses increase by 3% per year on average, almost our entire lives. If you had bought your house in 1998 and I would have listed it in 2002, I could have just about taken what you paid for it in 98 and said $100,000 times times 1.03. 99 times 1.03, 2000 times 1.03, 2001, and keep going until I got to the year you were putting it on the market. And almost always, that's exactly the number it would have priced at. Pricing used to be real easy. You could have, once upon a time, during that period of time, you could have put your house on the market for any price that you wanted. As long as you were willing to sit the market out long enough, because every day it was increasing slightly. I sold a house, it wasn't my seller, it was my buyer, that was on the market for more than 4 years. And finally, the market, the pricing, the value caught up with where the seller was, and it sold. Now, he could have put it on the market for less when he first listed it. It would have been sold, and it would have been about the same either way. But he wanted that. He had that number in his head. It just took him 4 years to get it, and when they finally got it, they were happy. That ain't how we do. We don't do business that way these days. If you overprice it now, what it does is it gets stale and standing on the market. People start thinking something's wrong with it, and it stays on the market forever, and it may never sell. So we got to make. So here's what happens. In 2002, we were on that 3% increase per year. That's the year I got into the market. 2003, prices increased by 3% from 2002 to 2003. 2004, actually prices went up a little bit above where they should have been on that 3% line. They went up about 4%, 4 to 5% that year instead of 3%. 2004 and 5 is about when HGTV was invented. Everybody got the house fever. 2005, and interest rates came down. TV came on and said housing. And everybody got excited. And prices went up 10 to 15% above where they should have been. 2006, that summer, interest rates started going back up. So all those people who didn't get in on the action in 2005 said, I better do this now or I won't ever do it. Houses went up another 5 to 10% above the 10 to 15% above the 3% line where it should have been. 2007, they came on TV and said, housing crisis, bubble has burst, foreclosures, short sales, everything. Now they were talking about California, Arizona, Nevada, and Florida. They were not talking about little Alabama. But they didn't tell us that. What they did do is they told us the same old crap 18 times every single hour. And it got into our human psyche that this is real. I think CNN controls, I think the news controls who we are. And so it got into our minds that this is the problem, and buyers got scared and lost confidence, and so we lost value, and we lost number of buyers. 2008. I don't know if you studied the world economy at all, and I don't know if you realize what we almost faced in 2008, but our world economy almost collapsed in 2008. Scary. And they said the word bailout program. So prices went down and buyers went away. 2009, they continue to go down. 10. 2011, actually last year, we did have increases in average sales price. We did have more buyers than the year before. And experts believe, as long as our government doesn't lose its absolute mind, that it is expected, and I think that they're going to reanalyze this, but it is expected by 2015 that our houses, we should actually be back on our 3% railroad track like we should have stayed, as long as we stayed normal. What's happening is all the excess is being deleted here. It's almost like scales. If you got a big rock and a little rock and you put the big rock down, it does this. You're going to have to add some rocks until it can bounce back out, and that's kind of how we're doing. Or you can call it a roller coaster ride, because that's what it's felt like. So,
can I see your graph?
Real estate economy 101. I started doing this a few years ago. Interesting thing, I got in the market, we did 2010 and 11. We got in the market, and I got in the market in 2002, and average sales price and number of buyers were almost equal, 2010 and 11. Experts said in 2015 we should be back on our 3% line. Funny thing is, that means people who bought the prices, the value in 2006 and 2015 are going to be about the same. And so I started drawing that relationship and this relationship because I know this. And then I said, well, how many do I have left? Funny thing is, 6 and 15 are about the same. 5, 7, and 14. 4, 8, and 13. 3, 9, and 12. And it makes a stair step. And it's really interesting how it works out. So there's a method to the madness, actually. So what year did you buy your house? You already know the answer. You should.
2007.
So do you see what we're up against?
I think I'll wait.
Okay. One more quick note on pricing, and so that you can get, I'll sign it if you want, so you can get part of my $20,000 art degree. If you're fishing 30 feet below water, and all your fish are 40 feet below water, you might get a good tan and have a great time, but you ain't gonna catch no fish. You gotta get your bait to where the fish are, and then you'll catch the fish. Another little thing about pricing. I had a lady that, see, before I even talk about their price, they were so anxious to hear what I'm gonna say about their price, but you gotta set them up this way. By the time it gets to them, it still hurts, but not quite as bad.